Being a complete catamaran nerd, I never forget the first time I stepped aboard a new make and model. With the Saona 47, that was actually at the 2018 Annapolis Boat Show, and it was on board this particular boat, Go Big or Go Home. And today we're gonna take you for a video walkthrough where I'm gonna show you that just like wine, a good, well-maintained boat can become better over time. So we're anchored here in the beautiful Florida Keys. It's a little rolly, we're a little exposed, but still a beautiful day anchorage. We're gonna begin today's tour here on the port bow. A couple of items I wanna point out here that we'll find not only on the port side, but also the starboard bow are the Dolphin Seats, which are pretty commonplace in a cruising catamaran in this day and age. A really nice thing they did though forward of that, they added these two cleats, one on the starboard bow, one on the port bow, which makes tying up to a mooring ball far easier than the factory setup. As we make our way centerline here, you'll also notice they got rid of the Fountaine Pajot cushion set and did a custom 5-inch closed cell foam daybed. This is the kind of area where I see myself hanging out while either underway or at anchor here in the beautiful Florida Keys. Centerline of that, we've got a large anchor locker. The boat's equipped with an oversized 85-pound Mantis anchor, as well as oversized anchor chain. Making our way starboard from here, we've got this starboard forepeak, which is outfitted as a crew cabin. A few things that I love about this crew cabin is it's air conditioned, it's got an overhead fan, its own head, as well as USB chargers, which are normally features you don't find in the forepeak cabin. From the starboard bow, we're gonna make our way to the helm and then the sky lounge. I'd like to just quickly point out though that the grab rail runs the entire length of the coach roof. And let's just talk about the coach roof. When you approach the Saona, either on the dock or from dinghy, it's just got sexy, sleek lines. And a big part of that is this low sloping coach roof, which while it does appear lower than most boats in its class, when you go in the Salon, you'll see that you've got more than adequate headroom. First thing you'll notice as we approach the helm is this custom hardtop, which is one of the nicer features I've seen on a Saona 47 in general. It just gives you such a better sense of protection from the weather. You've also got great visibility of the mainsail with two opening hatches, as well as multicolor lights, so not just blue, but also red, which makes navigating at night without losing your night vision that much easier. This boat is extremely easy to sail single-handed, and it starts here with these sail control lines. So we've got our main halyard, which is a Dyneema halyard, reef 1 and 2, which are single line reefing, third reef point, this jammer added to the starboard sheet, as well as the port sheet, your main sheet, and traveler control lines. And unlike most Fountaine Pajot Saona 47s, this boat is actually equipped with 2 electric winches. So with that auto reefing line, the clutches for the jib sheet, as well as this third mechanical winch, line management is a breeze. The second component that makes this an easy boat to sail short-handed is here at the helm. So on the outboard side, we've got the mechanical throttle controls, a full Garmin electronics package with AIS and radar, autopilot, and a VHF radio. Last summer, I was fortunate enough to really spend a lot of time sailing on board a different Saona 47. And one of the areas that we all gravitated to, both underway, during the day, at night, was the Sky Lounge, which has really been one of the cornerstone features in the Fountaine Pajot range. And one of the micro details that really differentiates this Sky Lounge to the other Fountaine Pajots we've been on is the addition of this teak table, as well as the 5-inch closed cell foam we talked about on the foredeck. Great lines of communication with not only the people in the cockpit down below, but anybody that's sitting up here on the Sky Lounge. Before we make our way to the cockpit, let's go ahead and check out the starboard sugar scoop as well as the engine compartment. Now this starboard engine compartment is the perfect place to see the level of care put into this boat. She recently came out of a $30,000 yard period where the sellers addressed every maintenance item as though they were going to sail her back down to the Caribbean. Underfoot, we have the first of 2 mechanical spaces on board Go Big, which houses a Volvo D260 horsepower engine, which is fully up to date on maintenance, paired to a sail drive, as well as a 12.5 kilowatt Onan generator, which is an upgrade over the factory base generator. As we make our way across the transom, you'll see there's a brand new Force 10 propane grill. And all the way aft is my favorite part of the transom, the hydraulic Tenderlift. They also did other smart minor additions that might not look like much on the surface, but really mean a lot while you're out there. And an example of that would be adding the additional tie downs on the hydraulic swim platform, allowing the dinghy to feel a lot more secure while offshore. As we make our way over here to the port side, we get to the second of 2 mechanical spaces. Here on this side, we've got another Volvo engine paired to a sail drive. We've also got the inverter charger and the cruiser RO water maker. Just after that, we have the swim ladder, as well as the hot and cold transom shower. And in terms of aesthetics, you'll also see that they replaced the cushion set here in the cockpit, 5-inch closed cell foam like we saw in the foredeck and Sky Lounge, in a really nice neutral blue color. Port forward, we've got this nice large L-shaped settee with a high-low table that can actually be converted to a day bed. Now, my personal favorite seating area on this boat is actually the starboard aft settee, where they added the backrest here, making it exceptionally comfortable. Let's just make our way here into the salon and take a moment and just take it all in. I mean, we're sitting here anchored off of the Barrier Reef down in the Florida Keys, and it's just so peaceful and tranquil in this salon. As you walk through this space, you can't help but notice that Fountaine Pajot borrowed a lot of the design cues from their previously successful models like the Saba 50 and the Helia 44 and just improved upon it. So this kitchen island is a great example of something borrowed from the Saba 50, and this aft-facing galley is something that came directly out of the Helia 44. And having a large counter space like we have here with additional counter space on the island makes it easier preparing a meal just for you and your significant other, or a large group of people that are going to want to come and visit you when you own a boat like this. More than adequate storage underneath the countertop. We have a 4-burner cooktop as well as an Elba propane stove. We also have an isotherm drawer style refrigerator, and then adjacent to the galley on the starboard side, we have an isotherm deep freezer. The next place we're going to check out here in the salon is the Nav Station, which is a forward-facing nav station here on the port side, where you've got a VHF battery monitoring system, the stereo system, as well as a mounted iPad, which ties into your navigation system. And then adjacent to that, we have the L-shaped settee with a coffee table and storage below. Let's go ahead and check out the starboard staterooms. As we go into the aft cabin, you'll see there's a lot of natural light that not only comes in from the outboard window, but also the stern window, creating a bright, open, and airy space. On the outboard side, we have the first of 3 ensuite guest heads with a separate shower stall. Continuing our way up the starboard hull, I want to take a quick moment to point out the Splendide washer-dryer combo that's vented, making it extremely efficient when it comes time to drying your clothes. Continuing forward from there, we get to the second guest stateroom on board, which is an athwartship berth that just looks out into the sea while you're laying in bed reading a book in the morning. You'll also find the second ensuite head, which is very comparable to the one we already checked out in the starboard aft stateroom. As we continue forward from that second guest stateroom, we get up to the forepeak cabin, which is fitted out not only with a head, a mattress, but also air conditioning, fan, USB outlets, as well as a great storage solution. We're going to make our way across the salon and check out the stateroom that we've all wanted to look at from the very get-go, the owner's stateroom on board the Saona 47. Now, I've been on these boats for a number of years, and I truly didn't understand or appreciate how great this space was until my wife and I spent a week sailing around the Virgin Islands on a sister ship. It is literally one of the greatest layouts of any catamaran in the sub 50-foot range. You'll see there's tons of storage on the inboard side. On the outboard side, we have a workstation as well as more than adequate storage. And as we continue aft from there, we have a large semi-walk-around queen berth, which is just flooded by natural light from the overhead opening hatch, as well as the outboard window and the aft window. There's a few things that really differentiate the head on the Saona 47 that I love. I love that on the inboard side where you have your vanity and sink, there's more than enough storage. The toilet is actually in a completely separate space, which gives you a little bit more privacy when you're taking care of your business. And then the shower. I mean, what is not to love about the shower on this boat? It is without a doubt the nicest head of any catamaran in the sub 50-foot range. I hope you guys enjoyed coming on board Go Big or Go Home as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. These Saona 47s are one of the best cruising catamarans in this space, and I truly believe, based on my experience, that Go Big is without a doubt the nicest boat currently available. On behalf of Laura and myself, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Please leave a comment down below, shoot me an email, and if you like this channel and you haven't subscribed, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It means so much to us.